After an entire month, we are finally back with the Smogon Summer Seasonal Top Cut Round 1. As you can see right down here at the bottom of the screen, I was actually the third seed for the tournament. Only 4 people total went undefeated, and I had the third best resistance out of them. So my opponent was a relatively low seeded player. It was actually, I believe it was the bottom seed player, because the way they do seeding is a little different than 1v32, 2v31st, and so on. But anyway, I'm going to get right into this matchup right now. My opponent is rocking Terrapagos, Darkrai, Sneasler, Salamence, Garg, Scizor, Indeedee, and Gligar with a Garganacl and Salamence Terra Captain duo. First looks at this team, obviously Chi-Yu once again is the fucking LeBron James of doing damage. They cannot switch into this Mon if I click the right move. It OHKOs like pretty much all their team except like 2 Mons, and even then they get 2-KO'd very easily. So Chi was impossible to switch into for them. Darkrai though is very scary for me. They just have a lot of bullshit really. They're very fast. Nothing besides Bussy can really switch into a Dark Pulse besides Chi-Yu, but then it just gets by Focus Blast. Also, it could run something like Brick Break or Substitute to snipe Bussy to let it throw off more special attacks. It could also just run Hypnosis, because unlike Gen 9 OU, this we have Sleep Claws in this. So if they run Hypnosis, they hit Nasty Plot and they start fucking me up. I take Nightmare damage. It's really bad scenario if I get a little unlucky. So Darkrai, major threat there. And also, looking at this matchup, I realize Sinistcha is also goated here with Terra-type Poison. We can wall their entire team except Indeedee, but I'm pretty sure they aren't going to bring Indeedee because, I mean, Chi-Yu and Blissey and even Treads make Indeedee's life really hard, and also their other mons are just simply better. So that is the first looks thing, but I'm going to get right into my actual team. So first pick, no surprise, is obviously Chi-Yu. We're rocking choice specs, max special attack and speed. We're running timid because I don't want to be slower than Salamence. I want to speed tie it out worse, and also I don't really need modest. It doesn't like truly help out with any calcs. Just because it's so strong already. Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Overheat, Classic. Psychic is there. We didn't really need it, but just in case, for whatever reason, they have maybe like Terra Poison Garg, I guess. I need to hit that, and it also just kills Sneasler, although Flamethrower already kills it from full, so that's why we have Psychic there. Iron Treads is running Booster. It's running a pretty standard set, although instead of having Stealth Rock, I put Steel Roller in case they wanted to bring Indeedee and do some unburden shit with their Sneasler. Steel Roller will get rid of the terrain, which Ice Spinner also does, but Steel Roller could possibly KO something like Indeedee or even Sneasler from full if they are crazy and hard switch into it, which I don't think they would do because that's a really insane switch when I can just quicker for. But anyway, it's just a really strong move if they do give me terrain and it can set it down or set it off, whatever, you know what I mean. Mola is the third mon here. Max Defense Rocky Helmet, it's very good for Scizor and Sneasler. Specifically, I have Zen Headbutt for Sneasler in case I need to kill it as it tries to set up a Swords Dance or something. I actually live a +2 max adamant close combat with Mola like pretty well. It does like max, it does I want to say like 70, somewhere like high 70s, so we can eat that up as long as we have a decent amount of HP, and then we can kill it with a Zen Headbutt. Flip Turn is for, you know, pivoting, and Wish Protect is for healing myself and other teammates. I'm running minimum speed because I always want to underspeed a Scizor because I don't want to. I'm gonna get the slow to turn off on their U-turn, which is why I did that. Sinistcha, our Terra Captain for this battle, is running Covert Cloak for the Garganacl Salt Cure. Like I said, Terra-type Poison because they don't really have any way to hit it super effectively besides maybe Salamence EQ or Indeedee Psychic moves. It also completely walls Sneaser's dual typing and also any coverage it may have. It doesn't have any ground or psychic moves. We're running max defense for Sneasler, like I said, but also like Salamence. If it tries to DD up, we can strength sap it and then wall it, eventually just wear it down. Also in case Garg is running some weird curse shit with like Stone Edge or Earthquake or whatever. And then Machagacho, Shadow Ball, Shrink Step, and Calm Mind are the standard move set for it. Yeah, that's the initiative here. Definitely the win con. If we take out their strong, if we take out something like Darkrai and we get some Calm Minds going, it's pretty much Joe for them. Sinisha can run through their whole team. Here we have Deoxys Speed with Life Orb. We have Psycho Boost, Ice Beam, Superpower, and Psychic Noise. Superpower to hit Terrapagos and Darkrai super effectively. Also Garg, I guess, but it's probably better to just click Psycho Boost into that typically. Ice Beam is for the Salamence, and Psychic Noise is to prevent Garg from recovering on it to keep it low for something like Chiyu. I actually all the way up until today, the day I played my game, we played it very late this week, it was on Sunday, I was actually Scarf Modest Deoxys for +2 Salamence, their own Scarf Darkrai, and even like +2 Terrapagos if it's trying to run some Agility Meteor Beam type shit. I changed it at the very last moment, not the very last moment, but the very, like, before we started. Mostly just because, like, I felt like Scarf wasn't going to do that much damage, and also, I didn't think it was, I thought about it, and I'm like, they're not going to run Scarf Darkrai. I think there are much better sets than that, so we don't have to worry about that. We can still run enough speed to outspeed +1 Salamence, which I am doing with this set. And also, I didn't want to have to land a I don't want Focus Blast to be my way of revenge killing Darkrai, because, I mean, obviously it's Focus Blast. We all know why that is a bad play, and I don't know, I felt bad about it, so that's why I opted to just go Life Orb with the set I chose. Like I said, enough speed, outspeed +1 Salamence, max special attack, and then the rest into attack. Always Oko's the Darkrai with Stealth Rock sub. So that is the reasoning for Deoxys. Now Blissey, Kyurem, if you notice, is actually on the bench today, which is unfortunate. But with Scizor around, it was like pretty much impossible to like get Kyurem to actually do much. Like it could never sweep, and then I don't know. Like I already had Chiyu for breaking. I didn't really need the Kyurem, and also Blissey is a much needed answer for those special attackers like Darkrai and the Terrapagos. So I ended up going Boots to keep it healthy. Seismic Toss, Stealth Rock, Stop Load, Thunder Wave. We can pair something like Darkrai, slow it down for Chiyu. Same with like a +2 Terrapagos, or really any of their mons. We have Soft Blow to keep ourselves healthy, Stealth Rocks, you know, for Chip, and Seismic Toss for a main way of doing damage. And I ran Max Defense because I ran a bunch of calcs with Blissey. Because, like I said, I really needed to beat Darkrai. This would allow us to, I think it lets us eat Focus Punch into Brick Break from Darkrai, which is the unsaid of all time, but still, I really needed to beat that guy, so that's why we're Max Defense. Also, I just have enough Spit F naturally to still take like no damage from like Dark Pulse or Terra Starstorm, so running defense doesn't hurt at all. Also, it can just like live a Salamence hit, Thunder Wave, or whatever. So that's why we're Max Defense instead of Spit F. I even I was so worried about them sniping Blissey that I calced for like Max Defense Body Press from Terrapagos, which, if in case you're curious, it does like half. So that is the team for this week. We will get right into the battle. So at team preview, they revealed to be Terra Water Salamence and Terra Fairy Garg, which is pretty okay for me. I was worried about something like a Terra Poison Garg. That way it would be a lot harder for Sinisha to really break through it if it resisted both our stabs, the Superior Fang Salt, but luckily that did not end up being the case, so I didn't have to worry about that. I lead Blissey this game just so I didn't have to switch in Darkrai if they let it, but they do end up going Scizor as I go Hard Moa on the U-turn. That is that reveals to be Banded for sure, but I have to switch them all back out into Blissey as they go for Trick, revealing to actually be Trolley Scarf. I just go for a toss here because they need to chip it for the Deoxys, but they go Hard Salamence as they go Mola on the Dragon Dance, and here I should have known that they would Dragon Dance and just switched hard into something like Sinistra or even Iron Treads, or even Deoxys. But I wanted to be safe, so I decided not to do that. But now they get 2 D dances off, which is really scary. I flip turn here into my Sinistra, who has a 25% chance to die to Adamant Outrage here. If they were Life Orb, they always killed. Spoiler, they weren't Life Orb. And then I luckily don't die to that. Get the Strength Sap off. Take the next Outrage, get another Sap off. They eat their Lumberry, revealing that to be their item. But now I am completely out of range of dying. They Earthquake again, but I Strength Sap once more. And down on Voice being their -1, I'm free to let a Shadow Ball off, but they go into Darkrai, taking about 19, but definitely putting it into superpower range. I go Blissey once again, because what else am I really meant to do? I go for the Seismic Toss on the Focus Blast miss, which is lucky for me, but they end up actually critting me the next turn, so it didn't really matter anyway. In hindsight, I should have got Rocks up here, because Deoxys would have already had it in range here, and they have well, they have Tropicos to spin, but it would have been good to have, especially since Salamence is not Boots, and the Scizor is also not Boots, so we would have gotten a lot of chip off, but it's whatever. They end up staying in with Darkrai, luckily, so I don't have to worry about that mana anymore. I reveal myself to be Life Orb with that superpower, and then go Terrapagos. I really have to switch here. But unfortunately I don't have Boise anymore to handle this, so I have to go Treads because it resists the Star Storm. They Rock Polish, and I actually Rabbit Spin here because I thought that they would be faster after that Rock Polish, but I'm actually faster anyway. So that ends up being a misplay, and you'll see why. Earthquake 43, and now I Earthquake again for another 43. And if I had Earthquake that first time, they would have just died. Yeah, but since I did a Rapid Spin, they had enough HP to live. Luckily for here, they actually misclick, as they tell me later after the game. They misclick Rock Polish there, which kind of makes up for my misplay of not Earthquaking, but regardless, pretty good for me. So I make a bad play here. I overheat into the Garg, expecting it to Terra, but if you really think about it, which I should have done, Garg is definitely going to be max F obviously for Chiyu, but since it doesn't die to 1 Dark Pulse, there's never a reason to not wait to Terra until they see that I've clicked Dark Pulse. So they would obviously never Terra, and I obviously should have clicked Dark Pulse there first, but I don't, which is a pretty big misplay. They Stalk Cure here, which does a lot of damage. I end up switching because that's obviously just going to die if I stayed in. I end up recovering there, which kind of makes up for the misplay. Or it makes up for the miss, rather, because it would have been 4 HP anyway, but Sinistra is now in, and I Calm Mind, knowing they're going to Salt Cure, because they don't know I'm Covert Cloak yet. Now, I Shadow Ball hard, expecting them to switch into a Grass Resist, which they end up doing. Sneasel takes a lot here, and I know Sneasel has Switcheroo. I showcased it in the Week 7 game, so I cannot lose this Covert Cloak no matter what, so I have to switch here. I go into Moa, who I know will eat any hit from this, as they reveal to switch a Choice Band. They U-turn here and poison me, which actually really sucks. As I get a Banded Flip turn off on Salamence, and I bring in Deoxys. Luckily, they stay in here. Just let me kill it with Ice Beam, and now it's down 4-3. They bring out Scizor, and I have to go Moa here. Even if I call the U-turn there, I have nothing to kill it. We don't take too much. Actually, we take a good chunk for fucking Banded. Anyway, Banded Flip turn out on Garg. Does 31. Kind of cool. As they get up Rocks, which is pretty annoying because now Moa is going to be worn down really easily. Chiyu can only come in 1 more time. And none of my Pokemon are... So everything's getting taking a lot of chip now. I might have got you here as they go Scizor, and I miss, which kind of sucks because it could have burned, but it's whatever. Bring out Moa because I cannot have Sinistra get knocked off, so I have to preserve that all case. They go Sneasel here, and they could have killed me, but they ended up U-turning, which I found a little surprising as I flip turn out back into Scizor. And at this point, I don't really have any other play here. I could have sacked Moa to bring out Chiyu to cook a button, which in hindsight actually would have been a great play. I'm kind of bad for not doing that. Actually though, but if they U-turn, that's why that's a bad play. So never mind, I actually made the right play here. I Strength Sap to get myself back at full HP. keep myself out of range of 2-hit KO from Bullet Punch if I switched again. They bring back out Sneasler, and I bring back out Moa, still refusing to get Switcherooed as they U-turn again. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm getting nowhere. Moa, I'll just sack it here. They lock in U-turn. They bring back out Garg. And I'm like, this is the only chance Shiyu has to get in. Since Sneasler's faster and the Scissor just kills it with Bullet Punch. So here we go. Let's get our big hit off. Force its Terror, whatever. So I go Chiyu here, and I click Dark Pulse because it will do a lot of damage. It does a ton, and we get the flinch, which puts it into 2-hit KO range even with Terra, but they protect, putting themselves out of range of a 2-hit KO. And they do click Terra. I do Dark Pulse here, though, just in case I get another flinch, but I don't. So they recover back up. I go Sinistra here because there's no reason to waste a stack. As they go hard into Scissor, which, wow, that's actually really crazy that they went hard Scissor, because what if I went for another, whatever. Anyway, we went hard Scissor. I just Strength Step again, because I don't want to take big damage from a knockoff or whatever, or even a Bullet Punch. They bring out Caesar, and at this point, I have to just commit. I know I'm going to get 2 free Calm Minds here on that turn, and then also this turn, or the U-turn out, and hopefully that will give me enough of a, starting boost. I actually don't Calm Mind there, Shadow Ball. Clearly I can't remember what happened in this game, but that works for me, because Scissor could have done big damage. So Scissor is dead. They bring out Garg as I Machagacha here. It doesn't do that much, but it does enough, especially with the healing. I start taking Soul Cures here, but I Calm Mind again to stack my boost up. They recover there, which is okay. And now Sinistra is just slowly going to Machagacha, keep myself healthy, and boost. I'm actually going to change the speed to fast, so the game goes a little faster because I just Calm Mind. They recover back up. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of damage to protect there as I Machagacha, but it's fine. They end up stacking Sneasler here, which doesn't really do anything for them. It gives me enough HP to basically take the Salt Cure again. I Strength Step here for the absolute no-lose play, because in the off chance I miss Machagacha and they Salt Cure me, it does about 10. I'm at 28, and then I take, like, I don't know. And then if I take the Salt Cure or whatever, I'm like at, I don't know, what is it, 16? And then if they double protect, I just die. So I really can't. I didn't want to risk that. Obviously, and Strength Step always wins the game, so that's why I went for that. And at this point, they know that they're pretty much done. That does 53, so much damage, and I'm not even at max. I think right here, yep, they forfeit, and we win the first game of the top cut of the Smogon Summer Seasonal, which is very exciting. Terra Sinistra is the go. I knew that it was the better pick between Chiyu. Like, it's done me so much good in the not the playoffs, but the pools game, the first 7 weeks. I knew that it would be a mistake to run Terra Chiyu, and I was right. So very happy I made that call. We will be back for week 2. There are 5 possible weeks because it's top 32, so it goes top 32 this week, then top 16, top 8, top 4, and then grand finals. Hopefully we make it to week 5. Hopefully we win. That is that. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week.